More fireworks today in the R. Kelly case. The two women who live with the embattled R&B singer defended him and their relationship in an emotional interview on CBS this morning. Watching it was disturbing for some, especially those who are experts at recognizing signs of abusive relationships. Here's KCTV5's Kelly Taylor.
We showed this interview to a spokesperson working to break the cycle of domestic violence, and he says there were a lot of red flags. Rose Brooks provides a safe shelter and wraparound services for people who need to escape abusive relationships. And when Scott Mason watched the interview of two women defending R. Kelly on CBS this morning, he says something stood out.
Whenever we see an imbalance of power and control, it always raises a red flag for us.
21-year-old Azriel Clary and 23-year-old Joycelyn Savage say they're in a relationship with Kelly. They like where they are, and their parents are the ones making their relationship with the 52-year-old singer an issue.
Should your parents be concerned?
No.
Why?
Well, my parents knew where I have always been for 4 years. They know that I've been well taken care of.
They never thought you were missing, Azriel. They just were wondering if you were okay.
Mason says it's often difficult for victims to realize they're in an abusive relationship because most relationships start off loving.
The power and control tactics begin to take form, and a lot of that is isolation. And, you know, when we talk about red flags, those are the kinds of things that you heard them referring to.
Gayle King said R. Kelly even tried to stop the interview several times, but never actually interrupted. However, he did loudly clear his throat several times throughout, and that was concerning.
Just by somebody's presence being in that room, especially if you're in an abusive relationship, was such a statement on his behalf to say, I hear you and I know what you're saying.
Rose Brooks says they answer about 10,000 calls a year through their hotline. And if you or someone you know is in an abusive relationship, you can call that hotline at 816-861-6100. Kelly Taylor, KCTV5 News.
You can see more of Gayle King's wild interview with R. Kelly coming up Friday. CBS will air an hour-long special starting at 7 o'clock tomorrow night.